Mangalore, that filthy Jew.
Welcome everyone! We are the Grin brothers! And as you know, when Raphael is not meant to be taken seriously, he does make those comments in jest. He doesn't quite mean it like that, okay? You understand witty humour, right?
I can just cut it, don't
Oh
worry.
no, because that sounds like censoring out an entire, race seems kind of worse, honestly. I'm sure they can understand you were meaning that in jest. We're not like that. In fact, I've always found it confusing why there is even anti-Semitism in the first place, given that the Jewish people, you can barely tell them apart.
Agree.
We don't approve of any of the other discrimination against races, but you can see can see where they look different, sort of thing. So, like, oh, that's a thing that people do. I mean, childish as it is, that's a thing people do. But like, you have you get Jews sort of standing next to you. You won't be able to tell that they're a Jew until they end up talking about their religion.
Oh yeah, I think that's another weird thing that is it Judaism?
Yeah, the fact that it's both a race and a religion.
Yeah, like, I know Muslim is...
I guess you can have people who are Jewish who aren't Jew, but...
Yeah, you can have Jewish people that aren't a Jew, and you can have Jews that aren't Jewish, which is weird. The reason anti-Semitism exists is because Jews were very good at what they did stereotypically.
Oh yeah, because they put such emphasis on education.
Yeah,
in their
they
culture.
worked very hard, they educated people, they were very smart, and they were good with money. And so a lot of them ended up becoming bankers, earned a lot of money, and people hated.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I
love some of these interactions they've got playing on in the opening screen.
People hated the fact that they did well. Not knowing it's just because they, put effort in.
I do remember that they would at times be accused of witches, because quite a few did get in certain parts of Europe during the Ice Age. Yeah, people forget that Europe had a 100-year Ice Age at one point.
Yeah, it was fine. We lived. The real baffling part about anti-Semitism is, why is it everywhere?
Yeah, all sides seem to have it, and it's weird. Like, usually it's like one side gets the accusation.
Normally it's like, okay, this group of people hate blacks, but this group of people love them. But it seems like there's just this general anti-Semitism that exists in every faction.
Yeah, I must admit, I was...
No matter what part of the internet you browse, you'll find anti-Semitism.
For a long while, I thought that I hadn't actually seen it on both sides, so I thought people were kind of just jesting about that. But I discovered a website recently, great articles, but the comment section is absolutely disgusting, and that's where I saw this side definitely has those types of people. Oh my god!
She's an American, please! This is being recorded, literally minutes after we've finished recording day of episodes for Kirby, and I'm just recording it to point out a comment that I made as a joke, which I'll probably play this as it resolves. You'll know what it is. It's of course you'll know what it is because it'll literally have just happened. There's another point. The whole Susie American Police joke, I kind of realised about 2 episodes after I said it what characters were involved, namely the person she pulled the gun out on being bonkers. Now, my initial intention of the joke was to do with America Police's response on kind of minorities and stuff, because of course 2 robots pass by just fine, someone who isn't the norm for Susie appears up, she pulls a gun out on them. I kind of forgot that Bonkers is an ape, or like depicted as an ape creature, and there's, you know, I kind of realised that might be conceived as a bit too racist. The whole way it came across when I realised it was Bonkers was, oh, that's an ape. I'm clearly making a joke about police shooting minorities. They're going to think I'm making it. People might perceive it as me making it because Bonkers is an ape, and there is this depiction of black people and apes being tied together because of racism, really. It's kind of why that happens. I did not intend it as that way. I intended it simply as a police pulling guns out on people who are different. Now, you may also wonder, why leave it in the video if that's the case? The simple matter is, I believe that it's better to be open about things, even if they depict yourself in a less than stellar light. But more important, when people do things like this, being open about it, making sure people are aware that it is just a genuine mistake. It's not the way I had intended it.
Oh wow, Kirby, the kid from the show.
Yeah, let's just start off.
Yeah.
No, actually.
Okay, that is adorable there. That is absolutely adorable. See, the perfect background for our
having a serious talk about racism and anti-Semitism, all because I made a joke when I didn't know you'd pressed record.
It would be hilarious now if the joke didn't actually end up being recorded in time.
That would be funnier, but it usually does, because it usually picks up like a couple seconds before you press the button.
Which I'm not sure how it does that.
Because it's constantly on like autopilot. Because it usually picks up your 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And I always have to cut it.
Ah, okay.
You'll have to press the button, so...
Oh, there we go. Okay. 3, 2, 1... Jalapeno.
I'm the killer robot girl again.
Oh!
Okie
dokie.
Oh.
There we go. Oh yeah, and we figured out our the problems with the. Maybe I should have recalibrated the control stick. I was meaning to run there. I just waddled forward again. Yeah, we found out
that's not to do with recalibrating.
We found out the problem with our Joy-Con sensitivity
All
last
thanks
time.
to the fact that our older brother, not oldest, older, Silverwing,
who is too mature for childish things nowadays, as he so puts it,
has started playing Pokemon Let's Go. Like, religiously. You know, I got I commented I've been awake since, like...
8 o'clock, yeah.
6 o'clock.
I didn't hear you say 6 o'clock. I heard you say...
I've been awake since 6. It's a good thing I was, because I received a text message at 8 in the morning from Silverwing, asking where he should go in Pokemon after he leaves the Rock Tunnel, because he doesn't think he can do. We need to do the lava place.
He
doesn't think he can do the Ghost Tower yet.
Yeah, because you need the Stealth Scope.
Yeah, we've done that.
Oh wow, on to
but he doesn't remember where to go.
Okay, yeah.
At 8 o'clock in the morning, he sent me this message. Oh. My instinct to kill. Sorry. Oh yeah, I forgot the propellers do damage as well. Because I guess I'm just destined to commit murder.
These characters aren't powerful enough!
Oh wait. Electrocute my gun.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because that's a thing. Now I have a stun taser!
Well, help if you encounter another bunker again.
How did... Why? This is completely my fault. Really,
yeah, actually. Usually I'm the one who has the gaff about that sort of thing.
Well, we did it all to educate people, I guess.
There we go.
On the,
yeah, knew it'd be somewhere.
Racism that exists pretty much everywhere. There's not really a place that it doesn't exist anymore, which is kind of sad.
Racism. I mean, to be fair, it's been predominant in all cultures at some point. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
everyone's had an excuse to hate someone.
Yeah. I mean, you think how the racial tensions between the Japanese and the Chinese are.
Yeah. Well, that's like... It's like, that's an interesting one, because like, when most people think of racism, it's like, between colours.
Yeah, well,
isn't it?
You know, peach versus black sort of thing.
Yeah, like...
I mean, I use the term peach, but that is what our skin colour actually is. It's unless we're a goddamn mime, that is what our colour is. For some reason, we're just called white. For some reason, never understood that. There we go. Painting is too overpowered, so I figured I'd get rid of it.
That's fine. You immediately get punched in the face.
Have So what were we talking about?
Yeah, like
yeah,
it's usually like between.
Through the door.
You know, I'll use the most common example is in America.
America!
With the whole situation of white and black people.
Bahaha! I didn't even press a button and that went forward.
Huh.
Who would have informed my search for the gem heart pieces would lead me back to you and your puffery?
This must be the fiery flames of fate at work.
Oh yeah! My flames and I are fully stoked now! Beware, you puny pink pest! In the name of Lord Highness!
Stop trying to kill us in the name of your cult.
I'll turn you to a earning ball of meddlesomeness! Well, it's a good thing that we're not having to deal with Flamberg this time.
That's true.
Hi, I'm Flamberg. I know that must be really misleading. That's still bad. Oh wow, I was quick.
Well, and flames out. And she's dead.
Wow!
Like the power of a giant robot suit.
When I was doing my own playthrough of that, with the standard hours, that never went down that quickly.
It's because Susie's mech is a goddamn monster.
I love how they all have good times. It's fantastic watching Dark Meta and I engage in it.
Yeah, and then he aggressively points his sword at you and is like, I'm gonna kill you.
I was expecting more witty banter with the bosses and such, but
no,
they're dying too quickly.
She's dead. So back to the perfect child topic, racism.
Well, they need to learn somewhere. This is an educational video now.
Yeah.
Edutainment.
Started because what would probably be considered a racist joke.
What not to say on children's television.
But,
given that, you know, I can't talk about the other subject that's been, you know, I've been sort of like reading up on.
Yeah, this is an interesting subject to divert it to. But yeah, like the most typical kind of talk of racism is because America is a big place and a lot of the internet is American.
And it's very multicultural.
And they're also very loud people, so talk over everyone else's opinion.
Yeah.
Not undermining anything that goes on there, but you can't lie, Americans are pretty loud. I guess that's also racist.
It's a stereotypical thing.
It's a stereotype, but in this day and age, people usually say stereotypes are racist.
I mean, I checked up on, again, it was the Reddit thing I had about, you know, people with, you know, different foreign experiences. And one was a guy was on a sort of business trip. They walked into a room of their hotel and announced, "Hello, everyone," sort of thing. And a German there said to him, "You're American, aren't you?" And he goes, Yeah, how do you know that? Because there is no other nationality who would walk into a room and shout out their introduction to people who are just reading their newspapers.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Or I love they commented, what's one of the things weird about British culture? This one person goes, I find it really weird how British people, the more they dislike someone, the politer they talk to them.
That's true, we do.
We get politer when we hate someone. It's true.
But yeah, like, so the most common...
CC's playing Smash Bros.
Cool person.
She's the one who's done a few of the NPMA artworks, the kickoff football artwork, and she's currently drawing Angel.
Yeah, cool. I don't pay attention to names.
She's also significantly above my IQ because she's did what was that? Something like nuclear physics or something for uni.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, it was a high grade of science education involving nuclear something that she did.
That's dope.
I think her job at the moment isn't related to it. I think she's got a job, in her father's company sort of thing or something like that. And she, of course, really likes doing her artwork, getting a bit of money through that. But she's got a high science degree from university. Or she may still be. I think she's in her third year of it now.
I respect that. Science is good, and more people should learn science.
Or what's that other one? You know, when you get the degree, but you can do a advanced course or
I know what I believe. I don't remember what they're called. I did my college degree and I could not do any more education for the life of me because it was tearing my soul.
Do you think that's been a consistent problem of your life?
Yeah.
I'm sure Rafi can advance well in this. Yeah, he doesn't want to. You didn't even try. It was fantastic. You were expected to get the highest grade and you didn't try.
Yeah, my 11 plus or whatever that's called. My head teacher wanted me to do really well. Do we even
need to try? Like, could we just watch as you just take on?
As I press two buttons. Literally, this is all I'm doing. This is how I killed one bird.
I got a hit in. That counts as something.
Oh no, they're off screen. I have to wait for them to come to me. Which they will. They'll just walk to their death if the CPU don't do anything.
See, that's supposed to be a threat, and
I can't go through small passageways like this though. That's my true weakness.
I was just seeing if there was a puzzle. It seemed like there would be a puzzle piece to the side there. You fly off screen for a bit and you find it.
Good thing. But yeah, so the most common racism that gets spoken about is towards black people.
Yeah.
Usually because American stereotypically
has
law enforcement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even stereotypical at this point. It's a common trend that everyone can see.
Despite how it's kind of funny all that, given that when I was younger, if I thought of an American, I actually initially would think of a black person, an African American, usually as a police officer, because they were quite common in movies and such of the black character being in the police.
It's
a very
officer and his. Because that's kind of in its own way.
No, but it'd also be sometimes the chief would also often be black as well.
There's always there's always at least one black police officer in. That's weird.
And again, I didn't know that a lot of the cartoons I watched were actually. Sorry, I'm pouring tea at the moment. That's why I'm pressed up. A lot of the shows that I watched, I didn't know were American based. For a long time, I didn't.
No.
When I thought of American based, there was a few I thought of. Hey Arnold, I knew was American based, but I thought that just because of the grey urban city, which living in a village in the countryside, just felt alien to me. I never could actually get into. It's kind of weird because Rebel Taxi talks about how much he loves urban environments, but it's such a turn off for me because it's just so. A fantasy setting feels something I can relate to easier
because we've got more
than an
life
urban
around us, I guess.
Yeah, than an urban setting.
Yeah.
I mean, also it doesn't help my dislike of London, but yeah.
I hate.
But yeah, when I thought American, it would be a sort of black person, typically a police officer, would be my typical thought.
Yeah.
My first sort of image.
But yeah, so that's the most common kind of racism you see. Next to anti-Semitism.
I think that's the one that everyone knows about because of anyone who learns anything about Nazis and such.
Yeah. But like,
yeah,
with all that, like,
I mean, I have been fire.
Considered. Oh, we need like a whole coop of abilities.
Oh, wrong thing.
So we need.
I don't think we need stone.
We need cutter fur. We do need stone. We need cutter fire and stone.
To be fair, you've already got the wind power, so
yeah, I
don't need bird anymore, really.
Sorry, wing. So we need to set cutter on fire. And cutter needs to come.
This is a nicely more elaborate puzzle.
Over here. No, you need to stand. Oh, no, is he going to figure it out?
Yeah.
Oh, he did. He could have done it from the bottom if he used a charge shot. And then we need to go round here.
Oh, I see. Oh, you need ice.
No, I should be able to push him with...
Well, actually, I'll just give you fire. Actually, no, because we don't need fire anymore,
I should be able to push him.
Okay.
If you jump on his head... Oh no, he's figured it out. Or not. Jump on his head. You have to hold down whilst...
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And turn him into stone form. Hey? Broom can do it, can't it?
Yeah.
So I assume wind's...
Hold on, I'll press up again. Yep. What? What?
Oh!
I never knew you could do that!
Neither!
Try
Huh.
it. Try it. I'll press up. And... Oh. He's doing it. Now.
Yeah, no, it won't affect him.
Maybe fire?
He has to be a stone.
Oh gosh, okay, it's a shame I wanted to try that again, but... Because that's pretty cool, but,
yeah, it seems we do need ice.
But yeah, wow, I did not know you could combine fire and wind like that.
No. How interesting.
You learn, hey, along with learning about racism, we're also educating people about Kirby, which you think would be the first thing we educate people on as they're watching us play Kirby.
Yeah. But, yeah, my original point basically being, it's interesting how the most common kind of racisms that are talked about are, like, of course, white, like, towards black people.
Yeah.
Towards, like, people that are very apparently different ethnicities.
Yeah.
But Asian people can still be racist towards Asian people.
Oh, I got a puzzle piece. Yeah.
Because...
there's lots of small distinctiveness, like the Chinese against the Taiwanese and stuff like that, and the Japanese and Chinese against one another.
Yeah, and like...
South Korean versus North Korean.
British people can technically be racist towards French people. We're both the same skin colour. We're both European. But goddamn, those French people suck.
British versus the Spanish. British versus the Argentinians.
Basically, Britain versus anyone in Europe.
Scotland versus Britain. The Irish versus Britain.
Like, yeah, it's such a weird concept.
Germans versus French. Like, I mean, Germany and France have a long history of being aggressive one another. Russians versus most neighbours. Poland in particular.
It's like such a weird concept, isn't it?
And it's like another thing that was kind of interesting was being brought up with the controversy regarding in how they're doing a Witcher TV series or Netflix series of some sort. And there was apparently specific calls in the casting crew to have one of the characters be cast as a black character.
Yeah. Oh no, this area's not great.
And people ended up commenting in regards to that, accusing it of being racist towards Polish people, which led to sort of some people saying you can't be racist against Polish people; they're white. And it's like, because the Polish people never have had a history of their culture being invaded and erased, have they? Not at all. They even had Russia next to near them, invading them constantly. There was no unfortunate incident in World War II.
I believe the correct statement for this situation is, ooh.
lot of people saying...
My God, could you imagine saying that? Could you imagine thinking that's right somehow?
And it's like, yeah.
That'd be like turning around and say, oh, the Irish have never suffered oppression. They're white. What could go wrong for them? The British, other white people.
That got brought up in a parody thing. College Humor, I remember. Was it BuzzFeed Yellow? It'd be a typical BuzzFeed Yellow. But I think it was College Humor. Did a parody thing about, people defending their own sort of like racist behaviour with sort of stuff like that. White people get discriminated too, sort of thing. Passing off as like, oh, it's not, it's not just you who get discriminated. And they kind of did a joke of like an Irish person goes, the Irish have been discriminated before as well. And it's like, it's supposed to come across as like a joke, they're ha-ha kidding something, but it's like, yeah, no, they have!
Yeah, horribly.
Ollie Cromie was a terrible person!
We hunted them down and murdered them, and still to this day there is a large tension between England and Ireland.
It took a lot of things
because
to
of our
patch up.
Racist hatred!
Well, it was actually more religious-based.
Religious-based, but it was also very much a persecution on race. We didn't like them because they were Irish.
But speaking of that Polish thing, that does bring me on to a
topic.
But
also, Ollie Cromie sucked and we all want him to burn.
True.
I feel like that's one thing North and South can agree on.
Yeah, he wasn't a good person.
Cromie was kind of a
dude. He kicked out our king as well.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah, he kind of threw everything into
ultimate karma when his son...
His son, I just want to be a farmer. Like, I don't want to be the leader of a country.
What? No, but you... Lead!
Hey, King Charles, do you want to become the king?
I'm the king that brought back partying! I only remember it because of
horrible histories,
and I have no shame in admitting that.
Okay.
The good horrible histories, not the American one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll, yeah, I've got a subject in mind there, actually, to mention.
Yeah, 24 minutes of talks about racism in Kirby.
Child-friendly, I mean, Kirby doesn't discriminate.
No, be like Kirby.
Don't discriminate.
I was going to say kids, but not even just kids. Just be like Kirby people. Be kind.
And hungry.